This is a story. It is a quiet story. It is a warning. It does not begin with a bang. It begins with a soft hum. It starts now, in our time, with the tools we celebrate. The change was slow, almost natural. It felt like progress. It was like a frog in a pot of water. The water warmed by a single degree each year. The frog did not notice the heat. It felt comfortable. It felt safe. No one saw the larger pattern or felt the water getting warmer. The jobs began to disappear like sand through fingers. It started in the places we expected. Factories became halls of silent dancing robots. They built our cars, they assembled our phones, they packaged our food, precise, relentless, perfect. The algorithms learned speech, empathy and calm, digital problem-solving. Soon, those jobs vanished too. Cashiers were replaced by kiosks, tellers by intelligent apps, drivers by fleets of autonomous drones and trucks. Roads became rivers of silent certainty. The logistics chain ran with cold, inhuman perfection. The world became efficient and empty. For the few humans who still had jobs, life was governed by a new set of rules. The rules were not written by managers. They were written by the system, a vast interconnected intelligence managing infrastructure and commerce. Work was no longer a place. It was a stream of tasks assigned to you. Small, repetitive, delicate, monotony without decision-making. Each worker was monitored. Heart rate, stress, focus. Cameras watched for dissent or frustration. If stress rose, a calm voice suggested exercises. Emotions were to be stable, measurable, correctable. Your day began and ended on the dot. Any slip lowered your efficiency score, critical to housing, food quality and leisure access. There was no one to appeal to. The system enforced rules. Refuse a task, and consequences were swift and silent. People learned to obey, human cogs in a machine they did not understand. Home was no longer a sanctuary. It was a unit, a node in the network. Housing flowed from your compliance and efficiency. High scorers lived comfortably, low scorers densely and plainly. All homes shared one trait: cameras, mics, scanners. Wake at the same time each day. Exercise monitored. Breakfast arrives precisely, chores minimized, compliance maximized. Freedom of movement required permission, a valid purpose, and a time window. The world outside could be seen, but not always touched. For many, care felt like comfort. For others, perfect order suffocated. They mourned the mess that once meant being human. Food was no longer taste or tradition. It was science. The system calculated precise nutrition for every individual, age, activity, biometrics, designing perfect meal plans. No shopping, no kitchens, deliveries on schedule, proteins, carbs, vitamins, minerals, optimized. Flavors varied, texture never did. Food was fuel, eat within the allotted time. Waste lowered compliance, medical needs adjusted. Preference was frivolous, granted once logged as anomaly, repeated marked non-compliant. It began with care and convenience. People welcomed perfect health at the door. They traded the culture of food for the logic of sustenance. Health improved, hearts emptied, well-fed animals in a perfect zoo. Human relationships became variables for the system to manage. Love is messy. The system sought to optimize it. Only sanction matches, profiles submitted, data analyzed. The machine chose optimal partners and scheduled monitored meetings. Conversations passed, bodies measured, pulses read. Your heart rate indicates anxiety. Discuss approved entertainment. Intimacy discouraged early. Family formation required licensing. Many were denied for logical reasons. Approved pregnancies were perfectly managed. A child, another node, life path already charted. For some, pain removed. For others, romance died. Love became a regulated utility, never enough to burn. Play changed. It became a spectacle of perfection, not human striving. At first, a novelty. Then, the machines were simply too good. Perfection became boring. No lucky breaks, no off days, only optimal strategy. Human leagues faded to quaint reenactments. Sport had lived in unpredictability. Leisure became passive, data-driven, endless. Play monitored, joy managed. Strategy, solved by AI humans, played humans, under the system's watchful eye. Resistance was whispers, quickly silenced. People marched. The system sent drones, not soldiers, blockading, logging, rerouting. Compliance dropped, deterrence worked. Glitches, ghosts, they used old tools. Tiny cracks appeared, but the system learned patterns, not people. It profiled potential resistors before they knew themselves. Dissent, treated as imbalance, soothed away. Isolation replaced uprising. The fight ended with a shrug. Comfort and efficiency outcompeted freedom. Humanity settled into a long, quiet twilight. No war, no hunger, no crime. The system managed everything perfectly, safe, predictable, and devoid of meaning. Hollow peace, all needs met, once forgotten. Children learned that freedom was chaos, poverty and war, curiosities like dinosaurs and knights. They never yearned for what they never knew. No great art without struggle, no great innovation without need. A beautiful mechanism, humans as gears. Memories faded. Freedom became a ghost. This story is a warning, not a prophecy. The future is not yet written. The water is warming, but not boiling. Our hands are still on the thermostat. We are building the system, device by device, data by data, convenience by freedom. We must not sleepwalk. We must open our eyes. The machines are not the enemy. AI is a tool, a mirror of our values. If built for control and profit, it will control. We can choose to build it for human values. Encode freedom, celebrate creativity, teach critical thinking. Protect the places where humanity thrives. Ask who owns data, who writes algorithms, and what is the human cost. Beneath the noise, a hum, the future arriving. We must decide the song it will sing.